Time to check in with the folks over in Lancaster again, getting ready for Lancaster Festival. The executive director of Lancaster Festival, Deb Connell, is with us, and we're going to talk more about what they have planned for July coming up here in just a few short weeks. But first, let me tell you about Accurate Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and of course, they are your trusted comfort advisor. They can do everything you need done. They've got 8 different offices across Southern Ohio, and they service a good bit of the Buckeye State, from Columbus all the way down to the Ohio River, all the way over in Springfield and over to Athens as well. So if you want to find out more, click on this ad anywhere you see it at littermedia.com. It takes you right to their website, accuratehvac.com. And Deb, we were talking a moment ago before
Yeah,
we started. Accurate's a big supporter this year for the
they
Lake.
are. Yes, they're one of our brand new donors this year to support the festival, and we are thrilled to have them on board as a partner.
A 40th year, and
40 years.
great milestone to reach this time around. Can't
Yes.
wait for 50, but well, I'm going to have to wait 10 years.
Well, yes. We might be celebrating my retirement at our 50. Who knows?
There you go. There you go. But we wanted to talk about the entertainment that you have lined up. Of course, the big name is Lee Brice this year and
Yeah.
Wilson Phillips. So there's your Saturday night entertainment to really get all the juices flowing.
Yep. We've got a little bit of everything for everybody this year. Some great, well known pop from Wilson Phillips. And then Lee Brice, who's a great country star who's very popular and very current. We're excited about this year. We have some special things up our sleeve, some surprises for our 40th anniversary for everybody, and a full schedule of entertainment, the paid concerts as well as all the free concerts that we have.
Yeah, I was looking at your lineup, and 2/3 of everything on the event schedule is free.
Yes, most of what we do is free. Concerts downtown, classes for kids, performances for children, just art exhibits everywhere. That is part of our mission, is to bring art and music to the community, especially in the places that people may not be able to afford to buy a ticket, and to also keep everything that we do accessible at a reasonable cost.
This is an exciting 9-day period for everyone to come enjoy everything that Lancaster has to offer. It all starts on July 18th with your big
Mhm.
40th celebration kickoff. And
Yes.
where will this take place, and what
Um,
might we expect there?
That is a classical orchestra performance at the Basilica of St. Mary Church on High Street in Lancaster. So that is Gary Sheldon, our maestro, and this is his final year with us. And some of his favorites from the 37 years that he has been with us, and celebrating our 40 years, with our entire orchestra. Some guest artists there, and some soloists within the orchestra, as well as some professional singers, the St. Mary Choir. It will be a big classical performance. It'll be great.
This being your 40th year, I took a look at previous entertainers who had stopped by and performed over the years.
Mhm.
I saw that it was interesting. The Beach Boys have been there twice, the Manhattan
Yes, they have.
Transfer twice, Jay Unger's twice.
Mhm.
Uh, but I think this might be the first time that you had Offspring there
I
with
yeah,
Wilson
I
Phillips.
think it might be. Yeah, Wendy and Carney Wilson are the daughters of Brian Wilson, of course, of the Beach Boys, the genius of the Beach Boys. And then China Phillips is the daughter of John and Michelle Phillips of the Mamas and the Papas.
Right.
So not only do they do their own um, pop music, but they also do pieces from their parents' repertoires too. So we'll hear a little Mamas and Papas, we'll hear little Beach Boys, and we'll hear the orchestra with them because they have a fully orchestrated show. So we'll have the orchestra with them.
They were just hitting the scene when I was working in Columbus radio back in the,
Yeah.
and it's just cool that they're still around performing. I
They
like it.
are. They don't go on tour as often as they used to. They all have separate careers in entertainment and media. Carney Wilson has a brand new cooking show, I think, on the Food Channel. So we're really thrilled that they would come and choose our venue above lots of other offers that they had, because they only do select performances now.
And you'll have the Columbus Jazz Orchestra coming this time around. It's the full orchestra.
The full orchestra is coming. Their conductor and artistic director is Byron Stripling, who has been with us the past few years for our Monday Night Jazz series. Um, and he's bringing the whole Columbus Jazz Orchestra this year. So we're very excited about that.
Now, a lot of these performances we're talking about will take place at OU Lancaster, correct?
Yes, yes. The great big field behind the campus there is where we put all of these shows on.
Yeah, very nice. That also includes your Wednesday night tribute performances, and Michael Jackson will be taking stage, so to speak, this time around.
Yes, he will. Who's Bad is a Michael Jackson tribute. Who's Bad, the ultimate Michael Jackson experience is what they call themselves. Phenomenal tribute band to Michael Jackson. All the dance moves, the voice is there. They actually do perform everything live. The lighting, everything, the costuming, everything is Michael Jackson. So get your one glove and get your dancing shoes on because we're going to have a good time.
These tribute bands are fantastic. I
They
know
are.
I saw you
It's
had.
a fun, casual night. Typically everybody knows the music that's being played. So it's become a favorite across town for sure.
You had Queen Nation a few years ago, about 10
Mhm.
years ago. We saw them in more
Yeah.
recent time. And the guy who played Freddie Mercury was
Yes.
gone. It was amazing.
Yes. He was very good. Very good. And Freddie Mercury is hard to pull off.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean, that voice is very unique. And he did a great job with it.
absolutely. Now, as we mentioned, these are some of the paid events that you can
Mhm.
participate in, but you got something going on all the time. And from, like you say, street art, sidewalk chalk, and just like kind of music in the air performances at certain locations around Lancaster. So if you want to find out more, it sounds like going to your website's the best place.
Yes, absolutely. LancasterFestival.org has the entire schedule all in one place, or individual performances if you want to find out more about individual performances, or if you want tickets to the paid performances, you can find it all there on our website.
Yeah. I got to ask you what it's like to um, make the selection. I know recently you had the announcement of who you were bringing this year.
Yeah.
But, it's got to be something to go to these concert venues or maybe even entertain the fact that we might get Lee Brice this year.
Mhm.
What's that like? I mean, do you have to pinch yourself when you see the possibility of it coming true?
It's a really interesting process, and I'm glad that you asked the question because people ask me all the time, how are these selections made? Um, so we have a committee, an artistic selection committee, that gets together and we form a list of artists that we would like to see. And then I get in contact with all the different agencies and I find out who's available, who we can afford, because the budget is always a part of it. We are a nonprofit, who is appropriate for our community, and who would like to play with the orchestra. Those are all things that kind of guide us into making sure that we have the right person each year. I think we've done a great job over the past few years getting great lineups. A lot of people were really worried when the pandemic was going on that we wouldn't be able to make the recovery of starting back up again. And I think we've done really well with putting some headliners on our stage that are really bringing everybody back to the festival and also creating an interest with people who haven't been to the festival before.
And you always have the Lancaster Orchestra involved
Mm-hmm.
too, Lancaster Festival Orchestra.
Yes.
But it's not all highbrow. I mean, when
No.
you started, you had Ballet Met performing and that sort of
Mm-hmm.
thing. And I'm sure people probably got the perception that it was highbrow.
Right.
It's anything but now.
It's anything but. There's performances all over town. If there's a type of music that you like, you can come and see it at the festival. Um, I don't think there's any genre that we're not hitting this year. We have classic rock downtown for Art Walk and the second Saturday or second Friday night, both free to the public. Um, Gosh, downtown at noontime, you can bring your lunch down and listen to a free concert every day. Every day is a different genre of music. from a festival orchestra ensemble to rock music to country to gosh, we even have a handbell choir playing for one of the noontime performances this year. So um, if there's music out there that we're not hitting, I don't know what it would be.
And I know this doesn't happen overnight. You and your staff do a great job putting it together, and you're probably already preparing for 2025, even
We
as we
are.
speak. But having said all that, congratulations! I see that you also received an award from the
We
chamber
did.
as being the nonprofit of the year.
We
Congratulations!
did. We're very proud. We're the nonprofit of the year for the Lancaster Fairfield Chamber of Commerce. It was a great year to for someone in the community to nominate us, which we're very proud of that. So we get to celebrate that along with our 40th anniversary.
And final comments here. Anything that we've missed?
You know what? I just want everybody to come and enjoy the festival this year. The fireworks after the two Saturday night shows will be continuing. Um, we still have tickets available to all performances at this point. We're getting low on tables for Lee Bryce, but other than that, we still have tickets available for everybody, and it's just going to be a fabulous year. We're going to do lots of celebrating.
Fantastic. Perhaps we can get together again in early July to give another quick little look before everything comes to fruition.
Sure, absolutely. Love that.
Again, lancasterfestival.org is where you can find all the details and even purchase tickets for the events through there as well. Deb Connell, thank you for your time today.
Thank you for having me on.